Hey guys, MotorCarNut here, and today we're going to be replacing a turbo, the whole unit on a 2009 to 2016 TSI 2.0 turbo. That's in the EOS, that's in the Passat, that's in the Tiguan, which this is. They're all the same motor. You know, the Tiguan, it sits a little bit lower inside, the Passat a little bit higher, but it's basically all the same. You may have turbo low boost codes that are you have to replace the turbo, or if it's burning oil, this one is burning oil. So that's why we're going to be replacing it, and we're going to show you how to do it step by step. All right, first thing you do, I didn't do it, but disconnect the negative battery terminal. Never disconnect the positive first, always the negative, and just the negative, and put it to the side. Make sure it doesn't bend back and arc. All right, you do that first. Over here, you have a plastic cover. I removed a lot of stuff, clamps and things. You don't want to see me do that, but I'm going to explain it. All right, this just pops up. Okay, it's got your little rubber grommets there, all four of them. It just pops right out, right? You put that to the side. Now, what you're going to have to do, because it's all the way in the back, is you're going to have to take out the air cleaner, because you're going to have to get to certain bolts. It's easier to do it this way. I mean, if you think you can do it another way from the bottom or whatever, you can do that. But this is how I'm going to do it. And, you take it from there. All right, so now over here you have your mass airflow connector. You just, on all these VWs, because a lot of them I see, these cars, people break them. And I kept showing it to people. I'm going to put my light on. Is basically you put, this is not, you don't push this in. This you put a screwdriver and just, twist it a little bit so it pops up and releases the little clip inside. You see? You see this little thing? You see how it moves up and down, this part right in here? Well, almost all the connectors on this car are like that. All right? A lot of people just, like do it with a screwdriver and break it, and then when you break it, that's not good. All right? So basically, most of the connectors on this car are like that. All right? Then what you're going to do, now you may have this clamp like this, a pressure clamp, spring clamp. It's going to be over here if it's factory. This one is not, so somebody put a screw clamp, which is easy. Even once you get that clamp out, the screw clamp is better to put. It's easier. And over here, same thing, spring clamp. And over here, that goes to the PCV, positive crankcase ventilation, is this thing itself, like this is broken. Somebody broke it again. It has little things on the side here and here that you're supposed to squeeze. This broke. So now when you squeeze it, these pop out and then it can pull out. Okay? You're going to get that off once you get this one off. All right? So you're going to have it like this. And then you just take this whole thing out. Oh, no, I'm sorry. There's going to be, see this one over here? I'm sorry. It's in the back over here. You're going to get back there and it screws into this right here. Okay? It's going to be a Torx 30 like this. If it's factory. Sometimes people take them out and they put regular bolts, but that's what it should be. All right? And then this pipe comes out. Okay? You take that out of the way. And now, they have, to get the harness out of here for the ignition coils, it goes down to the turbo. All right? There's solenoids down there. This goes down in there. Okay? And they're going to connect two of them, same type of connectors. All right? Now, you're going to have to get this from the bottom. So, all right, let's stop that right there. So, right now, we don't have to do that, because I'm going to show you step by step. All right? And now, you're going to need, it's called a spline driver, triple square, 8mm and 10mm. All right, to get these bolts out. Because this heat shield over here, you're going to have to take off. And over here is going to be the 8mm bolt. You take that out. All right, you don't have to take this out. Okay? And now, being that I took this out, you see here? See this hole? There's one hole here. And then there's another one on this side. That's why we're going to take the air cleaner out. That you have to get out with the, I believe that one is the 8mm. the bolts look like this. All right, 8mm. Now, there's another bolt that they put right around, where is it? Right there. I'll show you when I take it out. It's pretty much in this area. All right, now that's gonna be, you're gonna need a long 5mm Allen key. That's what they put there. It's like a plug type nut. And they put that there. This one is missing because somebody probably didn't put it back. But you're gonna have to break that loose or you will not be able to get the shield out, okay? So after that, let me show you. I did that already. That's gonna take you a little bit of time. Let me show you what I'm talking about. That one goes right here. The one with the 5mm Allen key that you get it from. So you figure this is where the tube connects, right? It's right here. So you're gonna put it there. You have to break that one loose. If you don't get that one loose, you won't get this off, regardless if you take the other two out, which is one is right there and one is right there. Okay, this is a little tricky to do. You have to have the proper tools, but you need to get this off, okay? So now, once we get that off, we could actually see the turbo back there. All right, and over here, you're gonna have a connector, same thing. You squeeze this, and it pops out of here, okay? Just keep that out of the way. And now, the bolts, let me show you over here. All right, there's gonna be these bolts. There's 4 of them, 1, 2, one in the back and one on the bottom. All right, when I take the air cleaner out, you could probably get to all of them. It's a good idea to put a little penetrating oil on them. All right, now over here, I took it out of it. There's an O2 sensor. You don't have to take it out, but the O2 sensor has it's bad anyway. It was bad. And it screws in here, and it connects to here. All right? So you don't really have to take that out. You can disconnect the plug so when it hangs, it doesn't pull it, but you don't have to take it out if you don't want to. All right? And we're going to take it from there. Now, we're going to take the air cleaner, the fresh air box out here. Be careful you don't break these things. All right, now over here. All right, you got to, you can see it right here. You see it? That's a 25, Torx 25, and on the other side is a Torx 25. And you take this out. Over here, you got a Torx 30. Right here, you take that one out, and these have little rubber grommets. You just pull it up, and you take the whole box out. You just take that right out, and this one, like I say, you just pull up on. All right, and that just comes out just like that. And I'll put that to the side. And what that's going to do is give us room over here to get to the bolts on the exhaust. Now, on the bottom of the car, there's going to be a shield here for the tires. I'll show you. This one right here. Okay. And it's going to have all these. These are 25s. Torx 25s. All around here. Here, 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 wherever it is underneath too. All right. Some people do it without taking this off, but I'm doing it this way so you can see it. It's easier for me with the camera. But I think it's easier to do it that way. Take it off, take the wheel off, and you have more room to work instead of busting your knuckles and everything like that. All right. So, and then now, over here, you're going to have the spring here. You're going to put a screwdriver in there, and you pop it out. Same thing on this side. Over here, you see this? You pop it out. Over here, you have Torx 30. And then you pop this out. Okay? Now it gives you a little bit more room. And let me back up a step. You're going to probably have an engine pan here, and you're just gonna have to go around, all right, here and here, Well, the other one I just took off, it'll be here and here. You go around and do whatever screws. They're probably 25s as well. You take them to take the pan down. This way you have nice access. You don't have to go crazy because it's a little complicated over here. Sometimes you have to take this axle out if these bolts are rotted up there. But we're gonna, cross that bridge when we get to it. And the connectors from up top one is here. Let me see. Okay. One is there and one is there. And then there's gonna be like a little secure catch that you just take off, and then you can, just snake up the wiring out of there to get it out of the way. Do you have to really do that? Well, you have to disconnect them from here, but I like to just move things out of the way. Like I said, you do what you want, but I'm showing you how I do it. All right. Now, after that, while we're down here, there's going to be a bracket here, right? Now, this bracket goes to the turbo, and almost all the time, that bolt never comes off. It's all rotted. So you're going to have to probably take them out from here. And again, the axle may be in the way. I have a special tool that can get these bolts out. These are, I believe, the 12 millimeter triple square, two of them. If you can get the bolt up there, I'll have to show it to you. You don't have to take that out, but I took it out because the other ones just do not want to come out. To get to the exhaust nuts right here, those are 16 millimeter. You're going to use a 16 millimeter deep socket. This one you can get from up here. The one in the back, you could probably still get from up here. The one that's over here, that's why I took the, you're going to probably use some extensions and a ratchet and get it from here. You could probably get all four from up here. Okay, if I remember, I did it last time. I didn't have the vacuum pump on, but we're going to try to get them off. Okay, and after that, you want to open up the coolant reservoir. And we're going to take this bolt off. It's a 12 triple square. And then once you take that off, there's going to be another one here. This is the coolant and the oil line. It's going to drip down, so have a pan down there. All right, we're going to take this one off. And the one on the side of it. Once you take this one off, you can see it. Okay? And then on the bottom, there's going to be a drain return. We have to take that off. And then over here, let's put this here so you can see. All right. See the exhaust bolts? Nuts, they're 12 millimeter. Only the ones on the top. The ones on the bottom are in a channel. You do not remove that. I see people removing that. It's ridiculous. You don't remove that. You just remove the top ones. All right. And once you remove the top ones, you're going to lift the turbo and exhaust manifold up and out. All right. It's on that little thin channel. People remove that. It's impossible to remove. It takes hours, and there's no reason for it. Okay. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to take these bolts, the 12 millimeters nuts, out. We're going to take this one out, the other one out, and these four 16 millimeter nuts. All right, and after that, we're going to continue. That's going to take you a little bit of time, but that's what you got to do. Okay, so now we're on the bottom over here. What you're going to have to do, hold on a second. See what my finger is? You see that that holds the bracket, those two brackets for the coolant hoses, coolant and oil return and feeds. You have to move that one out of the way. Now, this is a four-wheel drive vehicle. It's not front-wheel drive. It's got the transfer case over here. I have to take because there's a drain tube and I can't get to it. The return, this big fat hose, this is in the way. So I have to take the axle out. If you have a front-wheel drive, maybe it'd be easy to do. But on the Tiguan with the all-wheel drive, I'm going to take the axle out. Just take it out and just give me more room out to do what I got to do over there. And over here is a 24 millimeter 12 point. All right, to release that. And then over here, what you would do is, these look like 14s. You just zip these out, get a crowbar, pop the axle out. A little tranny fluid will come out. You know, put a rag there or something. So that's what I'm gonna do. If you can get them, if you have a different situation, maybe yours is a little bit different, and you can get to that drain feed, by all means, don't take the axle out if you don't have to. So actually, when you pull the axle out, it doesn't leak, so that's good, and it gives you plenty of access to get to the bolts that I'm talking about. From over here, one over there, and over there, you just can't get them with that axle in the way. And over here, there's 16 millimeter nuts, not 14, okay? And that bolt, like I said, was 24 millimeter 12 point. And what I did for the one on this side, because it's really tight, I used a T40, Torx 40 to get it, even though it's a spline drive. All right, the one on this side over here, this one wasn't as hard. And now the return line is free, and pretty much everything is done down here. And if you got the bolts from up top, it's almost pretty much ready to come out. Okay, now the bolts on the top, let me show you how I got it. All right, you see the one down here? You got the extension going through here, and it's right here. And the one below here is gonna come out somewhere around here. And believe it or not, you can get all four bolts from up top. There's gonna be a coolant hose like this coolant hose. I moved the turbos almost all the way out. I just want to show you this coolant hose right here that hooks up. You see this one? It goes on the bottom one over here that runs along there. That's this one that goes down in there. And you're gonna have to take the motor mount bolts, 18 millimeter there, and lower the engine, because it's got a big, like, there's play here, but over here it hits this. So when you lower the engine, it can clear this and come right out. And it's gonna come right out. And then that's it, it comes right out. All right, guys, MotorCarNut, please subscribe, hit that like button. Any questions pertaining to the video, leave them below. I answer all my questions, try to help everybody out as much as I can. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'd appreciate a super thanks, a donation to the channel. This is time consuming, but I love helping everybody out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.